Prophet ﷺ said in the authentic hadith, be victorious or help and aid your brother, whether he is the aggressor or the person being oppressed. So the companion said, O Prophet of Allah, giving help to our brothers when they're being oppressed is something we understand. But how can we help our brothers if they are the aggressors? The Prophet told them, by preventing them from oppressing people, by preventing them from inflicting harm and injustice and unfairness to others. So this is what a Muslim should do. You should help your brother, whether he is the wrongdoer or the one who's being wronged. And then the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, at-taqwa ha-huna, piety, righteousness is here. And he pointed to his heart 3 times, or pointed to his chest 3 times. And this is an indication that Allah the Almighty looks at our hearts. Allah the Almighty looks at our souls, not at our physiques, not at our wealth and clothing and the way we look. And that is why, as reported or narrated in Sahih al-Imam Muslim, the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah does not look at your bodies and your colors or how you look, in another narration, or at your wealth, but Allah looks at your hearts and your deeds. And that is why we know that one should invest all what he has in purifying his hearts. A lot of the Muslims nowadays, if you tell them, brother, fear Allah, you're doing a sin, you should not do what you're doing, he comes to you and says, I'm a great believer of Allah. Piety is in the heart, righteousness is in the heart. And he justifies his wrong actions by claiming that his heart is filled with Iman and that he is a true believer. Well, this is a misconception, because the Prophet said, as we heard in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said that Allah looks at your heart and your deeds. So if you claim that your heart is pure, well, your deeds should prove this. Your deeds should be the evidence backing up the claim that your heart is pure and clear. And that is why most sinful people do not have piety, do not have righteousness in their hearts. And a lot of the Muslims, unfortunately, again, have something that corrupts their heart, and this is arrogance. And this is where people fail to purify their souls, fail to be humble, as the Prophet ﷺ instructed them to be brothers and servants of Allah. And I believe that we would conclude this hadith inshallah next Sunday, when we talk about arrogance and the dangers of it. And Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد. We should start inshallah with the questions. Yes, the one that told you that the nose should touch the ground is mandatory. He is saying the truth. The hadith of the Prophet ﷺ in the Sahih, he tells us that I was commanded, I was ordered and instructed to prostrate on 7 parts of the body. The head, and he pointed to his forehead and to the nose. So this means that it is part of the thing that we should do, and Allah knows best. hadith? Well, this is an issue depending on you and how convenient